Hey game fans, it's Roberto here doing another unboxing, and this time it is Flying Frog Productions Shadow of Brimstone's Order of the Crimson Hand mission pack. And this is I guess not a very large, it's I guess a medium-sized box expansion for Shadows of Brimstone. And this adds the some cultist to your Shadows of Brimstone game, which seems like it's a fitting expansion, something that probably I feel like cultists should have been maybe in the original one of the core boxes as is, because they seem like they're a pretty important part when it comes to just Lovecraftian stories. So, but with this one, rights the wrong, and you get a whole box of them, so that's pretty cool. So, anyways, you got a picture of the cultist of the Order of the Crimson Hand doing some cult stuff in front of, looks like a giant squid monster, Lovecraftian monster of some sort, just whatever their temple. On the back, you get another piece of art, the contents of the box, and it's got some art on the side here. Another up close of one of the cultists. It's them doing a ritual of some sort. But yeah, so the Order of the Crimson Hand, I'm pretty sure I've seen these guys also in Fortune and Glory, one of the other games I have of theirs already, so that's pretty cool. So kind of a shared universe or something along those lines. So for over 2,000 years, the Order of the Crimson Hand has operated in secret, growing within the dark shadows of civilization. They are a clandestine society committed to seeking out ancient and mystical artifacts and gathering occult texts to further the nefarious agendas. Performing black rituals in the night, the Crimson Hand are known for dabbling in dark magic and forbidden knowledge. Spreading the tendrils of deceit and corruption, the Order has infiltrated all levels of society, using their sinister influence to start wars, topple monarchies, and swell their ranks with everyone from mindless thugs to the world leaders and aristocrats. They will stop at nothing to achieve their mad desire for wealth, power, and eternal life. Shi-Hi. Alright, so, and then it just tells you what else is in here. So it looks like you get cards and miniatures, so pretty cool. Let's pop this open. It looks like it's an even larger version of the vampire expansion that I opened already, which I still haven't tried, but it's cool to have. I like these expansions just because it adds to the normal mine like dungeon. I feel like the more variety for that is the better, because when you go to the other worlds, that's just cool because you got a whole new set of tiles and monsters. But like you stay in the mines, then I don't want to I make the custom decks, so the so it's a little different depending on where you're at. So the more variety you have, the better. So pretty cool. And looks like got the full color art book. Fold out for a piece of art, and it's just the same one from the cover. Yeah, it looks like it. Inside you get the overview, some adventure cards. It says 1, 2, 3, 4 new missions. The Black Ritual. Captured. Someone's always getting captured in these games. You get rescue missions and whatnot. So, race for the relics and feeding the beast. And what's it say? New objective tile rooms, new enemies, the Inquisitor. Ooh, looks like there's a new boss, but doesn't look. There's probably not a miniature for him since there's a token. Story, character markers, adventure cards, enemy themed encounters, and trait cards. So cool. Let's see what's in here. Looks like you get one big room, double-sided, and some tokens on here. What do we got? Looks like you got your your secret cult hand, some potions, some poison, story characters, ancient relic tokens. So pretty neat. And big old thing of miniatures. Looks like, let's see how difficult these guys will be to assemble. There haven't been, honestly, it hasn't been too hard with any of the assembly for any of these. I'd say the core boxes are probably the most challenging of them, because probably they were the oldest miniatures, and they got better as they went on. So these guys probably gonna prove me wrong, because they look like they're a couple of pieces. They're holding, looks like not pistols but rifles, and looks like this is a screw of guys with rifles. Yeah, it looks like they're all the same. So pretty neat. Guys in robes. And how many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get like 14 of these probably. Not too bad. Get the bases to put them on. Got one Crimson Hand card. Let's see. What does a Crimson Hand look like? Cult rifle, range 10, shot 1, damage 5. Ouch, that hurts. Zealots, the enemy does +1 damage on all of its combat hits for each wound marker it currently has. Oh, so they have 3 health, but say if you only put like 1 or 2 healths on them, it does extra damage, so that's pretty nuts. Endurance, the enemy cannot take more than 3 wounds from any single hit. Extra damage is wasted. Oh, so they're not going down with 1 hit for the most part, because they got 2 defense, unless you're critting. Yeah, that's annoying. The Sacred Artifact. At the start of the fight, draw 1 artifact card from the enemy group. Each Crimson Hand gains +1 health for every full $100 of value that artifact is worth. When the Crimson Hand are defeated, roll a d6. On a roll of 5+, the hero who killed the last model may take the artifact. Wow. So they just have an artifact in their party whenever you find them. So neat. Then let's see what kind of cards you got in here. I was interested to see what type of gear and just whatever adds to the flavor of the game is pretty fun. So is that all that's in here? Looks like it's mission pack. Like the box. It's got a pistol and a badge, a note. So what do we got? We got map decks, threat decks. Map deck looks like it's just that new tile. The Crimson Inquisitor. That is an epic card. Death Cult. So it looks like you get an Inquisitor and some cultist. Death Cult. 12 Crimson Hands. That's a high threat. 2 of those. Medium. Just 2 PP dice. So you could still get 12 if you roll high enough. A couple of those. The low threat, getting 1 die +1. Some mine artifacts. Ooh, Inquisitor's Helmet. Nice piece of art. +1 lore, +3 sanity. Oh man. While equipped, your corruption resistance is increased by 3. Wow, that's pretty good. And the Jeweled Blade. Cool. Once per fight, you may ignore an enemy's tough and endurance abilities for your combat hits until the end of the turn. Wow. Neat. Let's look at another one. The Book of Gom Jahari. Wow. Look at that. Once per adventure, you may take a D3 corruption to recover up to your max grit. Ooh, max grit. That's pretty nice. For just D3 corruption? Sounds pretty good trade-off to me. Kind of gear, you get Colt Rifle. Man, What are they shooting with? Range 8 shots, 2 plus 1 damage. Once per turn, you may add plus 1 damage for each corruption point you currently have to one of your hits with this gun. That's really good, actually, because I'm always corrupted. Neat. Let's look at one more. Poison Dagger, plus 1 initiative. Your melee hits a roll of 6 plus, now do plus 2 damage. While equipped, your corruption resistance is reduced by 1. Huh, so not too bad. So some gear cards, some darkness cards. It's always a new piece of art. That's cool. Whenever a hero uses grit, add a marker here. Anytime there are markers here equal to the number of heroes in the posse, discard them and draw a growing dread card to add to the attack. Oh, that's nasty. Alright. So, about 6 darkness cards. Crimson Hand traits, it says. And this is the Acolytes of the Black. Infiltration. Relic Raiders. That sounds bad. It sounds like they're taking your stuff. Anytime a hero would take 5 or more wounds from the Crimson Hand, Crimson combat hits during this turn, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 or 2, the Crimson Hand steals the hero's highest gold value artifact. Discard and transfer to the Crimson Hand. This immediately counts as an extra artifact for the Sacred Artifact ability. That sucks. They're just taking your stuff, and you might get it back if you kill them. Man. Ritual Mutation. That sounds cool. Wicked Altar. It's an encounter. Shackled Prisoners. Watcher in the Dark. Oh, that sounds cool. There's something not right here. The stark shadows on the far end of the room seem to be moving and twisting. What madness is this? On a lore 5 for everyone check. If any hero fails the test attack, add D3 tentacles to the fight for each hero that failed the test. These tentacles have double their base health. If no heroes failed the test, instead move the darkness D3 spaces back on the death track. This does not trigger special spaces on the track. Oh, that's interesting. Tentacles aren't too bad unless you get hit by them. Bunch of encounters. Then enemy. This looks like a new type card. Enemy theme. Crimson Hand Adventure. So, looks like there's a ton of rules for playing the Crimson Hand. Adding them to your adventure. So, you got Poison and an Inquisitor card. It's cool. And Assault. Enemies with Assault target and move and engage their opponents in melee as normal, but they also have a ranged attack. Oh, man. So, some rules for a new rule. So, pretty cool. Yeah, so adding the cultists will add a bit more flavor, get that more of that Call of Cthulhu feeling for your game. So, I like that. But anyways, let me know if you have picked up this expansion and if you like it, if you like the cultists and what they add to your game. If not, let me know what your favorite mission packs are, and I might check them out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. See you next time. Bye.